Okay, welcome to my new project. I just got this 63 VW camper van like down the street from me. I've been looking for one of these forever because it's going to be so cool to be able to like travel the country in this thing. Today, the first thing that I want to do before I do anything is I want to get my custom aluminum wheels on here. Because it came stock with these. And so the big thing is to get, your nice wheels on there. So what you have to do, so we're going to put the custom aluminum wheels on. In order to do that, what we have to do is we have to take the front axle beam off the front, which I've got here. I've got it out of the car, and I bought this 2-inch. I'm going to shorten the axle by 2 inches, and so I can push my wheels 2 inches in. So what you get is I ordered this kit, which is just a 1/4-inch steel plate. I could technically just make my own, but it was already in the car when I bought it, so I'm just going to use it. And then it comes with these, so you can get those on there, and you'll be able to shorten it. And then it comes with the bushings. So what I also going to do is I bought some 3.5-inch drop spindles here. And I've got the Seiko, almost like Porsche disc brakes for it. So I don't have to use, so I have this nice 4-caliper disc brake setup from Seiko. And I'm going to put that on the front. So then I'll have disc brakes, and I'll have my nice wheels, and I'll have a 3.5-inch drop. So in this video, what I'm going to do, because I couldn't even find a video on how to do this. So what I've done is I've already started, and I'm going to show you. I did one side. So what I've done is I went ahead and cut. This was on there. I had to cut the ring off of the ends so I could slide on my bracket, and then I had to cut this whole assembly off, which is still on here. I'm going to show you how I did it. And then my original plan was to save this back plate here. And that way, when I put the plate on, I would have the holes and everything would be realigned, and I would know exactly how to put it on. But in order to get the 2-inch, so what I did is I cut this off, and I had this on here. I left this on like that. But when you try to do that, and you try to put this on here like that, you would only get about, I was only going to be able to cut it about 1 3/4 inches. And then I would have actually no weld spot. That's 1 3/4 inches with no weld room to go. And I need some weld space. So the proper way that I'm figuring this out, the hard way, is go ahead and cut this whole thing off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this little plate on. I'm going to cut right around here and leave the plate, leave this backing plate, real nice cut, so I can slide this on, and then I'm going to put it in the car. I'm going to mount this on. The only thing is I didn't want to have to deal with this distance, and I didn't want to deal with the bolt holes, so that's why I wanted to leave this on. But there's just, if you want the 2 inches, you gotta take it all off, and it'll be a nice cleaner look. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this other side off, get it all ready, and then I'm going to take my mounting brackets, 1/4-inch bracket here, and I'm going to pre-assemble it on the car, and then I'm going to tack weld it in the car so the distance is just right and I don't have to play around with it. So that's how I'm going to do it. And then, so what I've done, so let's get started on that. Okay, we're ready to cut it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut this side. I just use a plasma cutter, and I'm just going to follow the guide and get nice straight cut right around this whole outside. So I have this shape. This came off. So I'm going to do that back here, and then I'm going to cut straight across the back here. Cut straight across the back, and I'm going to cut this piece off. I'm just going to go right down here. Trying not to cut the pipe, and then I have to go around the pipe. Okay. Always wear gloves and put some long sleeves. I know it's hot out here, but I don't want to pick metal out of my skin later. So, you know, be careful. Wear some jeans and protective eyewear. I want a nice cut, so take your time and go slow. Alright, I got to cut around the hole right here where they, this is welded all the way through. Okay, there's the back. Let's do the front. Just be careful not to cut your pipe. That's already cut. Really all I need to do is cut around the circle here. Definitely melting some grease now. Let's cool it down. Okay. Okay, so there's the whole thing. You have to cut that by hand. That would really take some time. But that's step one. Step two, I got to get these things off and then grind it all down. Okay. Okay. Just do a little grind. All right, so the most that you can cut off of these axles is 2 inches, which will give you a 1/4 inch worth of weld space. So I've got my caliper and I've got that set to 2 inches. Always check it on your tape, but you know, double check. This is 2 inches, and what I can do is I can just take it and I can scribe a line exactly 2 inches. Scribe that. Okay. Okay, so that way I have a mark. And I went ahead and left all of the rings on this side just because I grinded them off of this side. I grinded them all off because I wanted to get the 1/4 plate on, just because I wanted to measure things and make sure what I was doing I could get the 2 inches. But the only way to get the 2 inches is to leave this. So I just left all this stuff on, and I can just cut it off. So always make sure that you're square, you know, back here, that your guide is square. And I went ahead and just used some shock absorbers in this thing so that everything is level between here and there. And you can actually do it. So let's check this out. Oh, definitely gotta protect. It's gonna throw some sparks my way. Oh, it's gonna be hot. Okay, so look at your guide. Check that out. 2 inches right on the money. And just watch it. I just left the seal in it and everything. Okay, I'm going to do all 4. Okay, everything is cut. Just, you know, you can check it for square. And it looks good. If not, straighten it out with a grinder, okay? But I'm going to straighten it out once I get it welded again anyways. So, here's they're all cut. They all look like they're the same height. So, let's put it on the car and weld it, dry weld it.